everyone, and welcome to the Sinking City. If you did not see, it is inspired by H.P. Lovecraft's horror works, and of course, the main attraction being the Call of Cthulhu, his story. Well, I don't really know what it's called, I just know it as Cthulhu. Very reckless with his whatever it is. Very strange. Oh, we're in Subnautica. I clicked on the wrong game. I'm sorry, guys. No, don't listen to the voices. No, don't do it. Oh my god. Ah, I see he is two-way hollow. He just respawned at his bonfire. Carrion ship.
Hope I never have to use it, but something tells me I will.
Johannes von der Berg. Just do that. Right, what do I get out of that?
Never trust a tourist advertisement.
Ooh, XP. We all love that.
At last, Mr. Charles Reed. What a pleasure to finally meet you in the flesh.
Nice to meet you.
Johannes van der Berg, at your service. I did promise to meet you the moment you arrived.
Ah, much obliged, Mr. Vanderberg. I guess I didn't expect you to mean so literally.
Please call me Johannes. But where are my manners? Welcome to the proud city of Oakmont. Alas, now is not its finest hour, though it is its most important.
Ooh, foreshadowing. We like that.
Reaching Oakmont was no easy task. Most maps I've found didn't mark it, and this rickety packet ship is the only one that sailed here. Why is that?
Oakmont is no ordinary place. Its unique geographical position and the flood, a recent natural disaster, make it nigh impossible to reach. But you made it, Mr. Lee. I'm sure the tides of fate would have brought you here one way or another.
So how did this ship know about it, though?
You said you know someone who can help me with my problem. The visions have been getting worse.
Such vividness of dreams is not uncommon here in Oakmont. By chance, the man I spoke of, Robert Throgmorton, is already at the port. He has dedicated a lot of time and effort to investigate this issue. Alas, I fear he has a more pressing matter on his hands.
How can I find Mr. Throgmorton?
Don't worry, you can't miss him. Throgmorton tends to stand out from the crowd.
Alright.
I'll need a place to lay my head while I'm here. Any recommendations?
Fear not. I've already feathered a nest for you. There's a room in your name at the Devil's Reef Hotel. Here's the key.
Sounds charming.
Don't judge a book by its cover, Mr. Reed.
What's the best way to get around Oakmont? I'd like to drop my things at the hotel.
Most locals go by foot or by boat. I've got the latter sorted for you. There's one waiting outside the port.
You're too kind, Johannes. Can you steer me towards the Devil's Reef?
Take this map. I've marked the hotel and a few other key places.
Well, that's it for now, I think. Thanks for helping me get my bearings.
No. The pleasure was mine, Mr. Reed.
Oh, before you go, how can I get in touch with you later?
Don't worry about that. I'm the kind of man who finds you.
Johannes reminds me of G-Man in a way. Just like the atmosphere he has around him just reminds me of G-Man from
I don't care about
Half-Life.
your petty excuses. No one leaves the port until my son is found, and that is final.
Excuse me. Are you Robert Throgmorton?
I am, but not interested. Go away.
The name's Charles Reed.
Okay.
I'm a private investigator, just arrived from Boston. I was told you might be able to help me.
Private investigator, you say? Well, perhaps we can help each other.
If I may ask, what happened to your son?
Why do
Ah, your features are unusual.
What's your angle, outsider?
I don't really
like
want to
said,
lose karma
I-
points.
Finding people is kind of my specialty.
Is it? Well, Albert was part of a deep-sea expedition I commissioned. This useless fool over here says he found Albert washed ashore in a lifeboat. Says he was barely conscious, out of his mind, talking gibberish in some other language. That he even tried to bite him.
And you don't believe him?
Complete malarkey. I know my Albert. I raised him strong and smart, the best of his kind. It couldn't have been him. Albert's disappearance is the work of Innsmouthers, mark my words.
I've heard you're the man to speak to about visions, outbreaks of hysteria. I'm trying to get to the bottom of it myself.
Another newcomer with another problem. Yes, I know what you speak of.
Can I ask you a few questions?
How dare you? My son Albert is missing, and no one in this Innsmouther-ridden city will do a damn thing. But yes, let's talk about your dreams.
I take it you're not the biggest fan of these Innsmouthers.
Those fish-faced freaks have overrun this city since the police burned Innsmouth to the ground. But now, those filthy migrants occupy half this damn city. The port, Grimhaven Bay, Salvation Harbor, the shells. They are everywhere.
So they're just refugees.
Okay.
Hardly. They've taken work from local fishermen. They stir and agitate against us, the Throgmorton family. We are the pillar of this community, not to mention that crime rates have skyrocketed. Simply speaking, they are a big stinking pile of trouble.
Well, we can't really be sure it was the Innsmouthers that caused the crime spike.
Mr. Throgmorton, let me help you. I'm rather good at tracking down missing people. I'll find Albert.
What makes you think you can do it? Oakmont is not exactly friendly to new arrivals.
I'm a
Let's just
private
say
investigator.
I tend to see things that others miss. And anyway, what have you got to lose? Sounds like you could use every man you can get.
Fair. You have a point, newcomer.
I need to know more about what happened to Albert.
Dane, did you not listen at all? I already told you everything. After leaving on the expedition, Albert was found on the shore in a lifeboat. This fisherman supposedly brought him to the house, and then left to call me. But when I arrived here, my son was nowhere to be seen.
Anything else?
Clearly, something suspicious occurred inside the house. I suggest you stop dawdling and go see for yourself.
Where's the house where this all
Fisherman's
happened?
For Kay's sake, I thought you were a private eye. Was standing right in front of it.
How was I supposed to know that? I just got here.
You mentioned the lifeboat. Is it still around?
Yes. Face the house, then to the left is a beach that borders a fence. You'll find it there.
As much as I'm enjoying the weather, Mr. Throgmorton, it's time for me to get started.
Find my son, newcomer, and be quick about it.
That looks like a lifeboat.
Where's your Oberon, huh, Titania? Something with this helmet gives me chills. What's wrong with it?
Alright. So we found the lifeboat. Man, what happened to that shark?
Let's see what you find, newcomer.
It would take tremendous effort to move this thing, let alone tossing it over like this. Hello? Hey, can you hear me?
Oh, my head. What? Who are you? Are you police? I've already told them everything.
It's okay. I'm Charles Reed, Private Eye. Mr. Throgmorton hired me to find his son.
Oh, okay. What do you want?
Information.
I want to know what happened here. Every detail.
I don't remember much. Me, Paul, and Lewis. We were here. This is our house. Barry was outside on his business. Then he came back carrying
Then what?
We put the guy in Lewis's room. Then he started to make these horrible sounds and... Okay. My head began to burst. And he woke up. And after that, I don't remember a thing. Just dreams. Drowned streets, a sleeping giant, a voice that called me.
That sounds familiar. Tell me about yourself.
Name's Will. Will Hammond. I'm a fisherman. We all are. Live here together. Me, poor fella Paul, Barry, and Innsmouther Lewis Flynn. We moved here after the flood. I worked on the railroad, but the rail ain't kicking anymore, so I started fishing. It was at or starve.
Where are all the other guys?
That's Paul there on the floor. Kay be with him. Barry's outside with Mr. Throgmorton. Lucky rascal missed everything. And I have no idea what Lewis or Throgmorton's son got to. Starting to suspect the worst.
Do you know how Paul died?
I don't know. When I pulled myself together, he was already gone. Kay have mercy on his soul.
I'll leave you to it. Take care of yourself, Will.
Please, Detective, sir, tell me the truth. Could it be me? Did I kill Paul? Or
I don't really have the evidence to prove that, but it's always a
The police will
possibility.
stop anyone coming in or out of here, so I suggest you just try and get some rest.
I'm afraid of what I might dream.
Aren't we all?
I can barely recognize the face of the poor fella. He was beaten to a pulp.
Oh, oh God. What am I seeing? What's this? Oh God, somebody get the exorcist. Yep, he's possessed by a demon. Somebody get him in here.
Never seen knives like this before. Masterful work.
What's this?
What's happening?
Take this, ape face.
No.
Yeah, run!
Okay, let's see what we have here.
Mark the scenes in chronological order. So he said he started making weird noises, so they ran, so that's number one.
What's happening?
Obviously
Take
the guy
this,
would
ape
have
face.
died first. Oh my gosh. Maybe he really did kill Paul.
Yeah, run!
When Albert Throgmorton woke up, he was not himself. He attacked the fishermen, and his hysteria spread to them. When he got wounded, he fled.
What is that? Mind palace. Evidence crucial in the case deductions. Alright. Was dangerous. Albert Throgmorton was dangerous and posed a threat to the Lewis Finn and his fellow fishermen. Albert Throgmorton spread some sort of psychic. I gotta stop doing that. As an Innsmouther, Lewis and his people suffered at the hands of the Throgmortons. That could be a reason to hate them. I can track down Albert. My supernatural sensei. Which can reveal omens of casual.
So the fishermen pursued Albert, even let off a few shots. There's something in the pocket.
Lewis, please, just give me one more week. I know I owe you, but I'm underwater like everyone else right now. I don't yet have enough stock to operate the bar smoothly, but with the fuzz snooping around the port. But don't worry, I've struck a nice deal with the proper people. I should have a steady supply channel soon. Just one more week and I'll return everything with double interest. Hmm.
The blood is fresh. Whomever it belongs to could not have got far. The door won't budge. One fatal round through the forehead. That's no accident. This was deliberate.
What is that? Hey. I don't know what that was, but okay.
Mr. Throgmorton, I'm afraid I have bad news.
No.
Yeah, I found your son in the basement of a nearby warehouse. I'm sorry, but he was murdered. Shot in the head and the body hidden.
No. It cannot be true. No, no, no. I don't believe it. No.
No.
My condolences, Mr. Throgmorton. I'd hope for a happier outcome.
Your condolences will not bring him back. So much of our blood spilled for nothing. So much effort in vain. My poor Albert. Tell me you know who did it. I want to look him in the eyes, make him beg for mercy.
Seems like he was a fisherman by the name of Lewis. He had a gun and pursued Albert after he fled the house.
Lewis it is, then. What do you know of him?
Turns out you were right. He's an Innsmouther.
Those
gosh,
filthy
dang it.
scum have done it now. When I'm through with them, they will rue the day they dared lay a finger on a Throgmorton. Bring me that dirtbag, Lewis. He and I are due a reckoning. Do this for me, and I'll help you with anything you need.
I bet. He said he might be hiding at the port. Where's the port? Oakland City Port. Bar under the keel. Private investigator hired by Mr. Throgmorton. Let me through.
By order of Robert Throgmorton. Back off.
I was hired by him. Alright. I'll just get a drink. They'll never expect me. Gotta be quiet. FBI, open up!
The door won't budge.
Hey man, pass
Welcome
me a
to
shot,
the
won't
key.
you?
What do you want?
Hey, I need a shot, but just kidding. I
I'm
need
looking
to
for a
find
man by the
Lewis
name of
Flynn,
Lewis
dog.
Flynn. Any chance he's here?
Yeah. Even if I knew, I don't rat to newcomers.
Not gonna stitch, huh?
As it happens, I know you owe a debt to Mr. Flynn. Trouble is, I found your note near the dead body of Albert Throgmorton, son of Robert. So, it seems Lewis is in trouble. Might have even come here to hide. But you hand him over and he won't be back to collect what you owe. Get me?
Throck. That would explain the blood. Fine. If it gets me out of this mess, you can have him.
So,
He's upstairs. Here's the key. You gotta promise to deal with him once and for all.
Surely I could
Save
have
the
busted
shooting
that
for
down if I
outside,
hit
huh?
that door hard
smart
enough.
man. There's your good deed for the day.
From the sounds of that hit I put on the door, it sounded like I should have destroyed that door. Coming in, Albert.
Hey,
I mean,
who are you?
Lewis.
What are you doing?
Charles Reed, private investigator. Mr. Throgmorton hired me to find his son Albert, so I think you know why I'm here.
Throck. That darn bartender. It was all that crazy ape's fault. You hear me?
Calm down. I only want to speak, for now. But no, if you reach for your gun, you'll hit the floor faster than you can say poetic justice.
I got nothing to hide.
Poetic justice.
You shot to kill. No warning, no second chances. You
Yeah, you
pursued
chased
Albert
him
even after
down.
he fled. Why?
I can't remember it. When he woke, it was like a bloody mist descended over me.
That's what they all
First
say.
thing I recall after is that darn warehouse and me covered in blood. I had no idea what happened, though. I suspected it had something to do with that ape. Turns out, I was right.
A crazy man usually doesn't aim directly for the forehead. Why do you look like that?
Start at the beginning. What happened?
We were in our house, me, Paul, and Will. Barry'd gone to the sea. Though I told him that it would only bring bad luck. If he'd listened to me, we'd all still be alive.
Come on, Lewis. Focus.
Right. Well, Barry dragged that damn ape to our house. He was bragging about how much Mr. Throgmorton would give us for saving his son. But that ape, he was out cold. Then woke in an instant and started screaming, attacking us. After that, can't remember a thing.
But I thought you said when he woke up, a strange mist-like thing descended over you. I would be crazy to assume that would mean you don't remember anything of that. Though you said Paul is dead. Surely you wouldn't remember that. If you were deluded.
The things you did to Albert don't look like a bloody rage. A fatal shot to the head, a hidden body. One might start to wonder if it was deliberate.
I don't know what to say. I wasn't myself.
A crazy man doesn't hide the body. They would usually leave it out in the open, I would suspect, because they're not in their right mind. So they wouldn't have time for rational thinking.
I hear there's a bit of a feud between the Innsmouthers and the Throgmortons. Care to fill me in?
Those apes hated us from the moment we arrived in Oakmont. Our home was destroyed. We just needed a place to stay. The Blackwood Grand family sheltered us, but others were not as hospitable. We needed jobs, food, medicine. The city denied it all.
And so?
We had to fight for every crumb of bread. And those Throgmortons in their high castle only made our life harder, always conspiring behind our backs, always setting people against us. I'd love to see them suffer like we suffered.
You mentioned a grand family. What do you mean?
So you're a newcomer, huh? Explains a lot.
Yeah, a newcomer with a gun. Answer the question.
Okay. People here are crazy about bloodlines and tradition and reputation. The head honchos of Oakmont called the Grand Families. There's the Carpenters, who control most of the city's underworld, the Blackwoods, who share kin with Innsmouthers through the Marsh family.
And let me guess, the Throgmortons.
Right, those filthy apes. Now that most of the Blackwoods are gone, there's nobody left to protect us Innsmouthers.
I think I've got all I need.
Please, Mr. Reed, don't tell Throgmorton about me. I know I'm in no position to ask. I didn't want to do whatever it is I did. Honest, have mercy, please. I have a family. Without me, they'll starve.
This is not exactly cut and dry. I need some time to
You had a family. You should have thought
Perhaps
about
I
that
can
before
offer
you
something
murdered
to
somebody,
grease your grinds.
Mr.
I
Lewis.
still have a few bullets on me.
Are you Is that a threat?
You think you're
No.
the first person to offer me a bribe?
Please, Mr. Reed.
Those are
Now,
bullets,
don't
man.
try my
I
patience
want
further,
money.
Mr. Flynn.
He was definitely aware of his actions. Psychic influence or not, Lewis was out to murder Albert Throgmorton. He had a motive to, the mutual hatred between the Innsmouthers and the Throgmortons. I must tell Robert Throgmorton the truth and bring the murderer to justice. How do I reload? Swear. Thought so.
Just as I suspected, the Innsmouther Lewis is responsible for your son's murder. He's hiding at the local bar. Just ask the bartender. Seems like he had a bone to pick with your family and took it out on Albert.
Oh, that scum won't be getting off easy. The whole city shall see what happens when you cross the Throgmortons. Justice,
Dang right.
bittersweet as it is, shall be served. It's rare for a newcomer to make himself so useful. Thank you.
Mr. Throgmorton, I hate to press you, but do you think you could help me now?
Yes, you've earned it. Gay to think a newcomer barely off the boat solves a crime the police couldn't, but I digress. Remind me, what brought you to Oakmont?
Of course, in situations like these with... I guess I could equate this to a race war with the Innsmouthers and the Throgmortons. You can't really choose a side because there isn't a right side. Though I would assume the Innsmouthers are better because they're just trying to live their lives, I would assume. And it seems like the Throgmortons are, according to them, the problem. But according to the Throgmortons, they're the problem. So there really isn't a solution
I think I'm going
here.
mad, Mr. Throgmorton. I see things, visions, and I need it to stop. I was drawn here, or guided, or I don't know. But I believe the source of this madness is here, in Oakmont.
You're not wrong, Mr. Reed. An inexplicable hysteria spread through Oakmont after the flood. I funded an expedition to explore recent Geological activity that may be responsible.
Do these cases of hysteria involve shared visions as well?
Since the flood, many Oakmonters have had similar nightmares. Indeed, Professor Doe, the expedition leader, complained of them herself.
Waterlogged ruins with unnatural architecture. A sleeping giant, drowned streets, and a voice calling from the depths.
Her words exactly. She proposed the expedition, desperately wanting to find the cause.
A geological expedition? I'm not sure I follow.
I have reason to believe the flood and this madness have the same source. As above, so below. So I sent men to find out.
You mentioned the flood. You think it's more than just a natural disaster?
You weren't here, Mr. Reed. What happened defied scientific explanation.
What exactly did happen, I wondered?
Has your expedition found anything?
I do not know. Albert was part of it. His passing cannot be coincidence. Why was he alone at the port? And where are the others?
You think your son was killed because the expedition uncovered something?
Is it so hard to believe? I had no news for a week, then Albert, the only one I could trust, comes ashore and is killed.
It does sound suspicious.
Mr. Reed, I want you to find out what's going on. I expect you're as interested in the expedition's results as I am.
If this truly was a supernatural force, who's to say the force did not hypothetically possess Lewis and cause him to kill Albert because Albert knew too much?
What about my expenses?
They will be reimbursed after you complete your task. And of course, you've earned some compensation for your work here at the port. I'll also include a fair advance in bullets.
Bullets?
The dollar lost its use here, Mr. Reed. After the flood, Oakmont returned to bartering. Bullets mean more than bills.
So I am shooting money.
If I'm going to look into this, I'll need to know more.
I
Where should
shoot my
start?
I'll
currency,
give you the
okay.
address of the expedition's headquarters and a key.
That's all you can tell me?
Let me be clear, Reed. You do not speak to me like that again.
I'm sorry, Mr. Throckmorton. I just meant the more I know, the better.
I am a busy man. I funded the research, but left all preparations to Professor Doe and Albert. When you've finished, come see me at the Throgmorton family manor. It's in Old Grove. Here, I'll show you. I gave you clear instructions, did I not?
Screw you. It is in the northern covered side, the crossroad of Asher Road and Hubert Avenue. There's a place called Coverside right here. Hubert Avenue and Asher Road. Guess it's time to go down. Wait. Skills. Yeah. get along. Oh man, that drink's kicking in. Oh, oh my, oh. Well, I guess I'm dead. Oh, oh my god. It's a tornado. Oh my god. It was a giant sea urchin.
Crew of the Cyclops. Semper Fortis, brothers.
I don't know exactly what sank the USS Cyclops. I only remember the screams and the metal creaking, water filling the deck, and my headache, the worst I've ever had. I found myself among the floating seaweed, drowning. A nearby piece of a boat helped me survive and reach the shore of a small island. They found me on it later, starving, half mad, babbling about the ancient ruins and their denizens. The officials said none of what I thought I'd seen was real, but my memories are true. My strange powers, gained after that ordeal, prove it. I found something horrible on that island, something old and dark and slithering, and it still haunts me.
Never again, they say. No matter how much of this I chug down, the visions always return.
Is that antipsychotics? What was that? It's gotta be antipsychotics.
Finally, you're awake. Gotta tell you though, mister, you wanna stay on here? You stop making all that noise.
What noise?
Noise? What noise are you talking about?
I expect my guests to be respectable. Moans, chanting, all that kind of thing. It stops, all right?
Yeah, sorry about that. I don't really remember what happened, but I'll do my best.
Yeah? Well, next time it happens, you end up sleeping under the bridge like the other newcomers.
You're not exactly friendly with your guests. Aren't we the ones keeping you in business?
All these newcomers after the flood, they're stark raving mad.
What do you mean?
You can't imagine the crazy notes and books I find after they move out. Only thing they're good for is lighting the kitchen stove.
Can I have a look?
I knew it. I tell you, no one sane would be interested. And you want to take a look? Well, fine, fine. Take what you wish.
Now, who carried me here is my question. Gotta go there. It's really right there. Well, guys, I think I'm gonna end it here. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, comment, and like. Also, subscribe too. Always do that. I would deeply appreciate that. And, I will see you guys in the next episode of The Sinking City. Have a nice day.